Hello everyone, Dan 14th Prime here. Want to do a video share out today on a recommendation for a display rack. I know a lot of people in the community use what do you call garage racks for statue displays because they're big and strong and it can hold a lot of weight and a lot of statues. Of course, the problems with garage racks, as everyone knows, is they look like shit, more or less. Sometimes they've got the wood kind of boards. They've always got the holes up and down for all the rack placement. And to fix that stuff, to make it look nice requires a lot of hours of your time of kind of customization of that rack, which is big hassle. Now me, I'm largely a Maji case display guy. I've got like 15 Maji cases with 3 more on the way, so I'll top out at 18. I think that'll be all I'll get. But I did go ahead and give a garage rack, if you will, or what I'll just call a display rack, a shot here because in this particular corner, the dimensions fit well. It was super economical. This is like an $80 rack. And given the lead times and cost of Maji case these days, I figured, well, I need something right now, so let me give it a shot. Maybe I'll evolve it to Maji case over time, or maybe I'll just leave it. So let's just jump in on this rack here. I'm just going to freehand a bit the camera. So this rack is a Whalen display rack. That's Whalen. Picked this up at Costco. It's like 80 bucks. 4 feet across there, wide, 2 feet deep, and 6 feet tall. It's configurable with some shelving, but I will say the way it assembles, you kind of need to have these 2 cubes that I have. Sorry, my Google thought I was talking to it. So you got to have these 2 large cubes, and you could put shelving in between, but that's not going to do you much good for a lot of statues because you basically have about 32 inches here. So yeah, I was just confirming with the tape measure. Basically 32.5 inches of height to here. And then there's a bit of a, that overhangs a bit, so you can actually go to 34 all the way to the top if you had like someone holding up a gun or some weird accessory. So it's going to fit a lot of 1/3 scale statues. Not all of them because they just seem to keep getting taller and taller, but many. You could probably put 2 1/3s on each shelf. And now I have a low ceilings in my basement, unfortunately. Upstairs, that would have been better up top. I'll be able to squeeze some small quarter scales on, but this could hold 6 1/3s if you've got the ceiling height above it. So pretty efficient with a 4 foot by 2 feet deep footprint. Now in terms of aesthetics, I think it speaks for itself. So you get these nice black kind of composite wood shelf. Each shelf holds 650 pounds, evenly distributed. So like I said, that'll more than hold your 2 1/3s or your multiple quarter scales if that's what you want to put there, though. And for quarter scale, the issue is you're going to have a bit of extra headroom. Quarter scale, maybe 24 inches, 25 inches. So you're going to have whatever, 9 inches or so headspace. So maybe not the best quarter scale rack if you wanted to get the most efficient use of your vertical height. Again, if you just wanted to maximize it, but it would certainly work very well. So nice finish here. No extra work required. Here, of course, no holes, all hidden, right? You can see the color there. It's okay. It's like this black and gray metal kind of powdered washed together sort of color. You get some finishing plastic black tops. So it's just all clean. All the holes are built in and hidden on the inside, as you can see. And all of these racks just kind of snap in. You need a rubber mallet, just kind of bang it down. It all just snaps together, as a lot of these racks do. So yeah, on the configuration, the only thing I'll say is this is kind of what it needs to be because, again, 2 extra shelves, but with 32 inches here, where would you put them? If you're collecting quarter scale 1/3, probably not enough space to do anything there. Now this unit can be split and be like side by side as well. Basically, they split here. Right there, there's 2 and 2 on each side of these vertical bars. And this piece here is actually holding these 2 together. It's like clamped in between them, which holds it together. But if you want some configuration to have more like side by side, that height, because you wanted posters over the back or something, you can do that. Now, just one other thing on the assembly. Like I said, it's a modular kind of assembly. I chose to put these pieces in. Again, here you could put this front bar in here and then set a shelf there. Like I said, I've got this front bar back here. I just did that for overall strength of the rack. It's one of these things where it just feeds on itself, having more things connected, having more just sit on it. reinforces it overall. So I chose to put those there. Could probably get away with them not being there, particularly if you had some lighter things on display. Now I've got this monster on display, so I was like, nah, I'm going to make this kind of towards the stronger end of the spectrum. So I went ahead and did add those bars around it. Still think it looks fine. Got Grimlock's hand off there because it protrudes a bit. Just don't want to knock into it while I do this video. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Again, lights, you got to put lights on anything. So, it's not a unique challenge. I've just used some of the RGBs, cheap $20 Amazon lights here. It's okay. It's a bit more of a blue light, but it's a start. I prefer something more pure white. If I want, I could always just buy some Module Case lights and put them in here. But that's it, guys. Again, the Whalen rack, Costco, 80 bucks. I've seen it on Amazon. It's like $200. You're largely paying for shipping probably because, again, it's going to be like a 4 foot by 2 foot by like 6 inch big tall box when it's all packed together. And you got to ask yourself, rather than buying a garage rack and all the time you'd put into customizing it or just what you want to look like, is it worth the extra money if you can't get into a Costco, but you see it online at Amazon? I'll put a link down in the description below. Your choice. I think it's probably not still a terrible price if you really want a clean, nice looking rack that's no hassle. So links down in the description below, my Instagram, Amazon, eBay, all that stuff. Any shopping through the links supports the channel, no cost to you. So thanks a lot for that. Check me out on Instagram. Same handle, Dan14th Prime, where I share out all this collection a little bit every day or so out there on the gram. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hope the video was helpful. I'll see you next time.